Before we get started, let's take a look at the leaderboard for the Prediction League. And if you would like to get involved and haven't already, just have a look at the link in description, which will tell you how to take part. It's free to enter. You just need to create a forum account. So it's unchanged at the top, although River City Bantam does close the gap to only 2 points from Stafford Bantam. Pablo moves up 2 places to join our Carroll in 3rd, and Bantam 2708 moves up 3 places to 5th. Still all to play for though. And with that, let's roll the titles. It's game week 22 in Sky Bet League 2, and Gary Bowyer's Salford City visits Valley Parade today. Can we outsmart the person this series is named after? Salford currently lie 19th and in inconsistent form. They're without Tom Elliott and Craig Conway today, as has been the case for a while. We're without Ben Richards Everton. It's actually been uneventful since last match, so let's go straight into the lineups. We're going this match unchanged, so it's McGee in goal, Miller, O'Connor, Powdy and Wood in defence, Pritchard, Cook midfield, Middleton, Devitt on the wings, and Novak and McCartan up top. On the bench, it's Donald, Henley, Staunton, Reeves, Ismail, Guthrie and Donaldson. For a team talk, let's go with, we're going to go calm, but which of these should we go with? I think I'm probably going to go with favourites for a reason. Then I'm going to tell the defenders that we're going to go passionately and say I have faith in them. And midfield, I'm going to go passionate and I have faith in them as well. And attack, finally, passionate and I have faith again. Well on the ball, plays the ball forward to Devitt. Devitt drives forward. Defender's going with him though, so he pulls it back to Pritchard. Pritchard drives forward before playing it back to Devitt. Devitt hits the cross early. It's intercepted, press clear, but short, and McCartan wins it and plays it to Novak. Novak then sets up Middleton, but he hits a complete air shot. 18 minutes in, and apart from that air shot from Middleton, nothing really is happening. So let's drop McCartan back into the shadow striker role. Hopefully that lets us get a bit more control of the centre of the park. Middleton take the corner. Whips it into the front post. Novak leaps above the defender and he puts us in the lead. It's 1-0. That's 9 for the season now for Novak. They rush from behind the goal. Novak does get a yard of space, but the defender should have had it covered. He leaps well though, and it's a good header. If you have a look from the sideline camera here, we can see how good his leap is. Here, he's well above the defender there. All he has to do is make a good contact with the ball, and he does. The key to the goal is not the leap though, it's the movement before the corner is even taken. As you can see here, he's already got a yard of space. Then he's able to always be on the move, and this movement gives him an extra spring in his leap, and allows him to gain that inch advantage on the defender. Wood on the ball, cuts in field and drives forward. His route is blocked off though, so plays it Pritchard. Pritchard places his face time to Devitt. Devitt has Miller on the outside, but chooses to cross it himself, and Novak. Powerful header, but the keeper saves it. Corner coming from Middleton here. Whipped in, this goes to his back post. O'Connor, he got above the defender, but it was never troubling the keeper. Rooney plays it back to Toure. Toure will lay it off to Baldwin, who plays it forward to Rooney again. Rooney and Tower then play a 1-2, and then Rooney switches it out to Tanner and heads for the byline. Looks to get a cross in, but it's blocked by O'Connor. So we get to half time and we're leading 1-0. But it's been a really uneventful match. Salford have had 0 shots and we've only had 4. And neither team's had a clear-cut chance. Session-wise, we've had 56%. Passes completed 81% are successful. 100% tackles won. And 69% headers won. So that's pretty good. Now it's time for the regular feature. Is Devitt the worst player on the pitch? Guess what? Yes, he is. He's currently on a 6.4. And it's a 0% cross-completion ratio. At least Novak is performing. For team talk, we're going to go calm and go say things are going well, but you can do better. The defence are getting passionate and you weren't that bad, but you can improve. Midfield, I think I'll probably do the same. And attack again, probably same again. Andrade on the ball, plays it into Rooney. Rooney plays it back to Andrade. Andrade looks to take on Miller. He drives forward and then cuts inside of him and screws the shot wide of the post. Good chance for Salford there. Devitt standing on the free kick. Whips it into the back post. Middleton! Oh, good save by the keeper. Looked a certain goal. Brilliant ball by Devitt and good run by Middleton. Actually, I'm not sure it was going in. Let's see if we get a better idea overhead. It's a good ball by Devitt and it's definitely sneaking in. Keeper certainly had to make that save. Certainly worth taking a close look at it. So it comes in. Keeper is fairly well placed, but he has to react early, and he does, and gets his fingertips to it and tips it around the post. Middleton to the corner. Whips it in. Novak gets there first, but he can't direct it past the keeper. Goes for goal, and he scored. Good free kick that. We were critical of him at half time, but that's a good contribution there. Let's take a look for another angle. Brilliant free kick that. Keeper was never saving it. Above, let's see the swing on this. Actually, did it take a deflection off the ball? Let's have a look from here. Yeah, it takes a massive deflection. I have to wonder if it was going in otherwise. If we look in slow motion, then So we're coming in, and it's going actually quite central. The goalkeeper's probably getting it. So it's probably the deflection that actually takes it past the keeper. If we get rid of the arrow and zoom in, we can see it flicks off the guy's head there and does it just takes it past the keeper's hands. Without that, I think he saved it. Andrade whips the ball in. Hon's got free from the defender, but he heads it over the bar. That was very poor by him. Time to make some subs. McCartan has been playing well, so we'll bring on Donson, and we're going to go to a front two again. And for a second change, Wood's been booked, so let's not risk him. Let's bring on Henley with a lack of fullbacks, so no point losing one to a silly red card. Corner by Middleton. Headed out by Towell, but it's picked up by Middleton again. Puts in the cross, and O'Connor. He got under the ball and headed it over the bar. Throw for Salford. Won by the defender, but only as far as the Salford player, and he puts in a cross, or was that shot? It's hard to tell really. It goes straight to the goalkeeper though. Howdy on the ball. Plays out the Henley. And he moves forward and looks up and plays it long. And the defender makes a mistake and Novak's in. Novak, though, with a tame side foot and the keeper saves it for ease. Cook on the ball. Looks up and tries to play it out to Mella, but it's a loose ball and Hunter intercepts it. Strides forward, but Pritchard does well to intercept it, but then loses it to Hunter again. Hunter now looking to take on both Pritchard and Mella. Mella drops off. Pritchard can't stop the cross, and the header goes over the bar from Rooney. 7 minutes left, and Neil looks to hoof the ball up the other end of the pitch. He finds Hunter, who has a bit of room. Pritchard's tracking him, though, but he loses his man, and Hunter's away from him. Plays it off to O'Connor. O'Connor plays a good ball into Andrade. Andrade crosses, and on the back post, Hunter. We had a warning moments ago that there could be a danger, but we didn't do enough to stop him. Need more urgency. If you look here, Hunter cuts inside. O'Connor's good vision. Andrade's in, and he sees Hunter on the back post, and the defenders don't go for him. They just let him drift off the back of him. On the sideline angle, we can see Hunter's clever play here. So he plays it off to O'Connor here. And he's noticed the run from Andrade, which makes it the obvious pass for O'Connor to play. So now Hunter then makes this run here into this box, expecting the ball to go to Andrade. And if Andrade can get his cross in, that's the area it's likely to land. And that's exactly what happens. It goes out to Andrade. Andrade's beat his defender, and it's a good cross, whipped out, and Hunter's just in the right position. Our defenders a lot to be desired, though. At this point, centrally, we're quite well positioned. There are, however, opportunities down the wing, both here down the left and also down the right here. But that shouldn't be a problem, as we have two defenders here who both drop out wide and cover these runs. And that will still leave us with three defenders in the centre to deal with anything that comes into the box. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen like that. If you look here, De Vet loses his man completely. Over even now, we're still okay. Hunter's got forward, but we've got 1, 2, and 3 defenders marking him. The problem is, as the play develops, the defenders all get drawn towards the ball, and this allows Hunter to pull off the back here and attack this space. And as you play it on, the cross is perfect. Hunter's a bit wider than ideal, but he finishes well. Let's see one more replay from above so we can see how well this move works. Every single piece worked exactly as they were expected, and it's a good goal. To waste some time and get some fresh legs on, let's get Milton off and bring on Reeves. Actually, no, change my mind. Let's bring on Ismail. We will then swap Ismail and De Vet around. Bit of the free kick, and Donaldson's space, and Donaldson can't keep his head down. Should have done better. Hunter on the ball, looks up and sprays it out to Andrade. Andrade looks up and then plays it in the pond. Pond first time into Toure. Toure heads it to Andrade again. Andrade back to Toure. Toure crosses, and Hunter's on the back post. Luckily, his head wasn't as good as the equaliser. Clip picks up the ball, cuts in field and starts driving forward and keeps going. He looks up and plays it in Ismail. Ismail takes on the defender, crosses, finds Novak, but he's always backpedaling, so he can't get the power or direction. Neil plays the ball upfield for what will be the last attack of the game, we think. Hunter beats De Vet to the ball, takes him on. He keeps going, but De Vet does well and gets the ball back, and there goes the final whistle. Decent win, a bit tough at the end. Let's go with team talk, and we're going to go with... Let's go passionate and go... No, let's go calm, actually. And that was a bit of a let-off, and most of them responded well. Second half was certainly more eventful. We had 9 shots to their 5 in the second half. We had the only clear-cut chance still. We had 56% possession, and 80% of our passes were completed compared to their 68, which is probably a major reason why we ended up winning. We won 100% of our tackles, and even beat them on the headers, so we got 64%. Novak was our best player, with his goal, and he had 83% of his shots on target. McCartan was our weakest player, on a 6.5. Looking at the individual player stats, there's a lot of mistakes in that mistake column. Mella made 1, O'Connor made 1, Powdy made 1, Pritchard made 2, Cook made 1, Ismail made 1, De Vet made 4, which is awful. Donaldson made 1, and Novak made 2. DeVitt and Novak were clearly the standout players on the ratings, but no one really had a really bad game. Probably the closest was probably McCartan on 6.5. At the end of the day, a win is a win. It doesn't matter how you do it. Just get the points on the board. In the other results in the league, we had Grimsby lost to Scunthorpe. Cambridge managed to rescue a draw against Leyton Orient, the home side scoring in the 88th minute through Carruthers. Colchester beat Carlisle 1-0 and climbed 1 place to 6th. Exeter drew 1-1 with Walsall. Forest Green and Swindon drew 1-1. Doesn't really help either side. Forest Green dropped points to us, while Swindon dropped a place to 7th. Plymouth started day in 4th and went to 23rd place Macclesfield and lost 3-1. That sees Plymouth drop a place and Macclesfield jump 3. Mansfield also jumped 3 places, having beaten Northampton 3-0. Bottom side Morecambe drew 1-0 with Newport County, while 3rd place Crawley went to Oldham and could only get a 0-0 draw. And Port Vale drew 0-0 with Cheltenham. Cheltenham, despite dropping points to us, do rise a place to 4th. That leaves us 9 points clear of Forest Green and 14 points clear of Crawley Town, and we have a 19-point buffer on the playoff positions. Now, I show this page at the end of every episode, but we go straight into looking into the next game. We don't really have a look at any of the information on here, but there's some important information that we should maybe look at now we're 22 games into the season. For goals scored, we scored 49, and that's the most in the league. For goals conceded, we only conceded 16, which is the least in the league. So we're doing pretty well there. Yellow cards were 7th highest on 39. Reds were doing quite well, though. We've only had 1 all season. Player stats, our leading goal scorer is Donaldson on 14. Our highest average rating is McCartan on 7.32. Middleton's got the most assists at 10. Callum Cook has the best pass percentage completion rate at 89%. Mena and Novak have 4 man the match towards each, which is the highest. And the most yellow cards is Wood, who's managed to rack up 10 already this season. And our only sending off has been Akpan, and he hasn't really played apart from that game. Anyway, so our next match will be against 23rd place Carlisle, and that will take place on Sunday the 17th of May 2020 at 8 BST. The entry thread can be found in the description, and for anyone looking to get involved for the first time, the how to enter thread can be found in the description also. Anyway, if you could drop us a like and subscribe, that would be massively appreciated, and we will see you next time.